Hi everybody, it's ZDoggMD, aka Dr. Zubin. You guys may know me as a fierce vaccine advocate from such hits as Immunize and One Injection, as well as the HPV anthem, More Than Warts. But today I'm here to do something that's very hard for me and very painful, and that's say, forgive me, I was wrong. Look, I've vaccinated both of my little girls and myself routinely and on schedule, and I've been committing a crime. Now, the people who brought this to my attention were the anti-vaccine advocates who were brave enough to come to my Facebook page and weather the storm of criticism from highly educated, highly trained medical professionals who thought they were crazy. But they let me know that despite my 4 years of UCSF medical school education, 3 years of Stanford internal medicine training, and 10 years of experience practicing medicine, understanding immunology and epidemiology, that I still hadn't done my own research on understanding how vaccines could be so terribly harmful and at the root of our autism epidemic. And so I listened to them. I listened to these fierce advocates for our children, and I studied the luminaries in the field. First, by doing a literature search, Google. I studied extensively the work of such luminaries in immunology as Jim Carrey, Jenny McCarthy, and a guy who used to be an actual doctor, Andrew Wakefield. After that, I followed it up with a Dr. Oz marathon, and here's what I learned. I learned that I was wrong. I'd been relying on decades of research in immunology and epidemiology that showed that vaccines were safe and effective. What was I thinking? Why didn't I do my own research before I poisoned my own little girls? My daddy instinct told me, these children can't tolerate all these antigens at once when they're young. I mean, in the old days, people would wallow in raw sewage. We're not evolved to handle that, people. And then I learned about the preservatives and the mercury and the toxins in these so-called vaccines. Sure, medical authorities say that there are tiny, tiny concentrations that could never pose a risk. But guess what? I've studied homeopathy. The more dilute something is, the stronger it is. And speaking of poison, pediatricians. How can you trust the least caring, least compassionate type of specialist? They are becoming rich over these vaccines on the backs of our children. I saw our ex-pediatrician driving a Hyundai. How can you trust someone brimming with cash like that? And don't even get me started on the CDC and Big Pharma, people. That reminds me, I almost forgot my protection. And so, Z-Pack, today I want to announce that I am actually planning to unvaccinate my children and myself. People may ask, can this be done? I did another literature search on Google and Mercola.com, and this is what I learned. With a combination of aromatherapy, essential oils, and a new meditation technique called mindlessness meditation, I can unvaccinate and draw and chelate those toxins out of my children. I can save them from the dangers of vaccines, and you can too. I'll report back when it's done. Z-Dog out. Namaste.